Thank you. So today I have the honor and privilege of being here with one of the founders of Call It Closed International Realty. She is here to celebrate with us the grand opening of the state of Arizona. It's amazing. Welcome, Aprile.
Yay, I'm so excited. It's my greatest honor to be here. You're amazing.
You're amazing. Stop it.
No, you're amazing. I love it. No, you really are.
Seriously. So, many of you don't know that I was actually not looking for this opportunity, but it ended up falling in my lap, and I cannot be more blessed. And so I just want to ask you a few questions about you and the brokerage, and curious to just hear your story.
Yeah, I love it. I'm here. Let's ask it. Go away.
So, Aprile, what inspired you to start this brokerage?
Wow, that's such a great story. And thank you so much for having me. And so your team, oh my gosh, this building, oh, I cannot wait for everybody to see it. It's so amazing. So beautiful. The city. It's so perfect. You know, it was really Chad. He was the one that came to me, and we were being recruited. We had just sold our Remax offices, and we decided to take a year off. It was an exhausting year. We were the number one Remax franchise in the world in 2012. We hired 110 plus agents in a short period of time. I was still selling real estate at a high level, and I'm a mom. You know, my kids were still at home as teenagers, which are super fun years, super fun times. And we were just tired. And so we sold the Remax offices, and we were being recruited really heavy by some other brands and franchises that we had respect for. But we just felt like we were not willing to do an 80-20 split or, any type of split at this point. Because, again, the reason why we end up selling our Remax offices is because there was a disconnect from the top to the bottom. And I'm still sitting on the bottom at the floor. I have a closing today.
Oh my God, congratulations.
Yeah. And so I still sell real estate. And so what I realized being in the business for so many years, I saw the consumer looking at me differently through the changes of years. Mm-hmm. So if you go back to even like 2009, when the market began to come back from the crash, I realized in that year that the consumer was looking at me like a used car salesman or a bad attorney. And I'm like, this is not the way that they looked at us before the market crash. And I'm like, for me to gain the confidence of the consumer had shifted. Mm-hmm. And so I realized they weren't hiring me anymore for Remax days or for any other flag. They were hiring me for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's the beginning of like, there's got to be a better way.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that story. So what gap are you aiming to fill in this current real estate market?
Oh, love that you asked me that question, because my heart goes for the agent that's on the ground. I could cry thinking about it, because right now the statistic is out of 100 real estate agents that get their license, 12 make it.
Oh my goodness.
And there's more than 12 that should make it. And the reason why they don't make it is because they don't have a brand or a brokerage to stand behind them to give them first 100% commission. Right. Could you imagine running a business that you don't have control over?
No.
It doesn't make sense. We do it in all these other instances. It's like if you open a yarn shop, you have control of where your money goes, how much yarn you buy, what you do with it, and where the money comes from, and how you gain your customers. In the real estate business, a lot of real estate agents get in and they go to another brand. They're giving up 20, 30, 40, 50% of their income. And they're wondering why at the end of the day, they're not, the 2 + 2 is not equaling 4 at the bottom, and they're not taking home any money. And the reason why they're not taking home any money is because they're giving it to places that's not bringing them a return on the investment.
Yeah.
And so my heart is for the agent, and we want to make our agents multimillionaires in this business. That is the gap.
Who does not love that? I mean, it kind of goes along with paying Uncle Sam. Why would you want to pay Uncle Sam more than you have to, right? That's just, in my opinion, that's just the definition of insanity, right?
It is. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition. And so it's like when you look at the 86 agents that are leaving the market, and maybe some of them shouldn't. Not every school teacher that's a school teacher should be a school teacher. I get it. Not everybody's cut out for this business. But I believe that today we need to think about how we spend our money. Mm-hmm. And as a broker, as an owner of this company, our number one heart is to give you all of the tools. I look at it like this. You get your driver's license, you don't have a car or gasoline. It's the same thing with real estate. You get your license, you don't have a car, and you don't have gasoline. Here in Phoenix, you really don't need a car or gasoline.
I don't have a car.
But you know what I mean. And so it's like you have this thing where you don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
And you need the broker and the brand to come behind you and give you what's next. What next is not taking taking money out of your pocket.
Yeah.
It's us giving you 100% of your commission, putting you in your driver's seat, teach you, train you, coach you, give you the Ferrari in the business and empower you to be successful.
I want the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Can I get a red one?
Yes, let's do red.
Awesome. Thank you, Aprile. And what are your core values of the company?
That's so good. My number one value is faith. My husband and I are people of faith, and he's the reason why I'm alive and breathing. So our core values is faith, family, and then finances, because I find out if you have the first two messed up, the bottom always is a mess.
Oh my gosh, isn't that the truth? And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to come to the brokerage was based on your core values of faith, family, and then finance, because that's very important to me as well.
I love that. That's why we love each other. So
yes, we're like BFFs.
Yes.
Okay. What role does technology play in the operations of your company and the client experience?
That is so important because we are so driven to give our consumer the best support possible. And so as a consumer, you absolutely have to have that instant. It's instant. It's not like, oh, when I get back to the office in front of my laptop anymore. It doesn't work that way. And as real estate agents, you're out there showing property and you're out there, negotiating deals. You don't have the ability to stand in front of your computer, and look at property constantly. So technology has to come and be that support. And so technology in today, we're living in the most technology, I'm in awe of what's happening. I don't know, with AI and everything that's happening, it's absolutely a bliss for us. And I can't excited to see where it even goes. But what we're doing here is we are bringing technology, the best of the best tools to the real estate agents at an absolute incredible. It's only $99 a month.
$99 a month.
That's it. And if you were to go out and buy these tools through any other source, you're spending about $2,000 a month for the exact same tech.
It's so funny you say that because I have signed up with probably 3 or 4 different lead gen companies. And bottom line, they're all selling the same thing that we have access to, the same platform, but they're charging like triple the price. Sometimes quadruple. So I'm so blessed to have access to these amazing tools for such a low price. It's amazing.
Absolutely. Lofty is $4.99 a month. And we have the highest level. We have the enterprise level, which is even another level, but it's absolutely powerful. And that system, I'm out showing property and it's emailing and talking to my clients, AI, it's absolutely the most powerful tool. In my 23 years, going on 24 years of career, I've used Boomtown. I've used every CRM system there is. I've never seen anything as powerful and as easy friendly as Lofty is. I didn't even have to take a tech class for it. Or watch a YouTube video.
Yeah, and I love how the clients, they believe that it's us talking to them, right?
Yes.
They don't know. They're like, oh, thanks for the email. Oh, yeah. And on the inside, I'm thinking, I didn't really send them. Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. It's like they don't know. It's
but
so
we
smart.
get to set it up to communicate the way we want it to. So it does feel like us so much. It sounds like us and it learns us.
Yeah. Mine's saying stuff like, yo, baby. Just kidding.
What's up, babe? Hey, lady.
Awesome. Okay. Here's a question for you. What does success look like for your brokerage in the next 5 to 10 years?
Success is seeing you make millions.
Oh, hey.
That's the success for Chad and I, is to see, I have this story of this agent. No, it's you. It's your story. I just was like, who is this agent? Now I just remembered it. Literally, I tell this story all over the world. I'm not kidding you.
Really?
Yes. The story where you tell the story about when you paid off your mom's house.
Yes.
With a little bit of stock that you got from a previous brokerage when you rode the thing. I literally tell this story.
Yeah.
I was about to tell your story.
Oh, it's my story.
It's your story. It's the success of I got in at the right time and I made this money, and what a gift.
It is a gift. On that note, can we talk briefly about the Founders Club, or is that kind of off the table at this point?
Well, we are very close to being off the table. Maybe by this room tonight, it might be off the table, but absolutely the first 500 are getting 1,000 shares of stock. And the second tier are getting 500 shares of stock. But the cool part about it is if, say, you invite someone to the company, you get another 200 shares. And that right now doesn't have an end date. So you have other opportunities to earn extra shares. And we are going public.
That is amazing. And from what I understand, all of the books, the paperwork is all squeaky clean because of Chad, your husband.
He's a genius.
He's very good at that kind of stuff. So it should be go through its flying colors.
Yes.
I'm super excited to see what happens when we go IPO. hopefully by the end of this year, right?
Yeah, we'll probably be ready actually third quarter, but because of what's going on in the economy and things like that, we're thinking of holding it fourth quarter, to be a little bit better, wiser. That's why we have the most amazing stock consultants to kind of walk us through that journey,
Smart.
And so timing is going to be key.
Being very strategic about it.
Absolutely.
You have to be. Okay. 2 more questions.
Okay.
What's been the biggest challenge you faced in launching and growing the brokerage so far?
That's so good. I think just a lot of people that don't have Chad and I's vision, where our motto is that we give more than we take. And there's a lot of takers and a lot less givers. And so I think challenging in the business industry and people that are vendors and just different people that are outside and people that we're interviewing to help run the corporation for us as we're interviewing more people, we're constantly hiring on the corporate level, and having to find people that are of our same heart and not wanting to always be taking, because the more we take, more than take, then it affects the bottom, and we don't ever want to affect the bottom. It's most important to us. So I think that's our biggest challenge.
So on that note, I do know, and I feel very honored and privileged because you did have somebody kind of in place to take over the role as designated broker for Arizona. And it ended up not being the right fit. And it was because you were waiting for me.
I was waiting for you. Yes.
So I'm so happy to be here.
Yes.
So privileged. And to your point, I do see the vision and I believe it. And I love that you guys are all about giving back. And as you probably have figured out, I'm a giver as
yes,
well.
You are. Oh my gosh. That's why you're the right fit.
Yes.
And that other person, bless their hearts, was not,
Yes.
and so that's why we waited for you. And that's why you're here.
Thank you. But on that note, it is hard for some people to believe with the model that you have 100% commission. People ask, how do you guys make money?
It's about volume.
Yeah.
It's absolutely about volume. We're debt free. We're already making money.
Amazing.
And people are like, you are? And I'm like, yeah, we did this debt free. And because my husband, he is absolutely a certified genius and with numbers, and he just knows how to do it. And he negotiates like nobody I've ever seen before. And so he's negotiated with our vendors, our platforms and things that we have. We've negotiated at the highest level. And so we're able to bring those to the table. And it's such an incredible deal for you guys, which helps us, of course, to keep it at $99 a month, which is always going to be. And so, I think that's it. That's just,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, too bad Chad can't be here with us right now. I understand he has a little bit of a sore throat. He doesn't want to get the rest of us sick. So.
Yeah, that's not really nice or kind.
Awesome. Thank you for keeping us safe, Chad.
Yes.
Okay, last question. What's one lesson you've learned during this journey that you didn't expect?
I didn't expect my heart to come alive the way that it has. I love real estate. I literally love home. People are like, why do you still sell real estate? I'm like, I just can't help myself. I love it. I love home. I love planning where you put the Christmas tree in the house. I love it so much with your client and thinking about the graduation photos in the yard and all the fun stuff. But I didn't realize that I was equally going to love to see the success of our agents. Like we have this agent that and I won't mention his name, but I saw him when he was a rookie, and he was with another company, and he was one of the ones I would have left. And he stumbled onto one of our agents in Texas, and she was like, listen, come and give me 6 months. And so he didn't give up. And now he's one of our top producing agents. He's closing 4 or 5 deals a month.
That's amazing.
And he's on fire. And it just shows you like what this model can do for those agents and any agent, no matter where you are. We have the top real estate agents all over the country that are joining us because they understand the math.
Yes.
But it's also for the agent that's like, listen, I want the training and the coaching and all the things. And I didn't realize that my heart was equally going to love to see their success so much. Yeah. It makes me feel like a mama heart, and your kids like achieve something that you knew they didn't know they had it in them, but you saw it in them, and you mined the gold out, and so I feel like we're minding the gold out sometimes. And we have Robbie, which I love Robbie.
Oh my God, Robbie Page is amazing.
She's amazing. Robbie, we love you. And she like screws our heads back on straight, And so it's like seeing everybody just come alive, and it just makes my heart come alive. And I wasn't expecting it to be that much.
I want everybody that's watching this video or listening to experience what Chad and Aprile have to offer here at Call It Closed International Realty. Like, it's been a game changer for me. And I've only been on board for about 6 weeks now, and I can feel the momentum growing. I believe this company is going to take over the world probably within the next 5 years, if not sooner. And if you're remotely interested in checking us out, please reach out to me. Reach out to Aprile directly. We would love to have a conversation with you.
Absolutely. We'd absolutely love to have you.
Thank you, Aprile.
Yeah, my greatest honor. Thanks, babe.
Mwah.